Hello, Brent. Robert, hello. I believe this is the first time you've been on my stream. Or first time in a while, anyway. Hello, Brandon. Really interesting night Sunday. Ah. Hey. Interesting night Sunday. About. Well, it rained that morning. Pretty hard, too. It stopped about. About around 1 or 2 or so, it stopped. Sun came out. And then about 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we got some thunderstorms. They were not expecting. We was expecting more storms, but they weren't expecting them to be severe. But because between the morning rain and them storms, the sun came out. It made the atmosphere unstable. Which, if it does that, your storms after the first rain, and then the sun comes out for a couple hours, which heats up the air and destabilizes the atmosphere. Whatever storms comes in after that may become severe, which they did. And I sent some I took a picture of the second, technically the third storm, second severe storm that came through, of what's called a shelf cloud or a wall cloud. Just right outside our window here. Well, except for I was over at Grandma's. But the severe storm come through. Yeah, it had been about 5 o'clock, 5:30. Severe storm came through. I didn't hear or see any lightning, but we got rain and wind. And then to our east, a town called Neosho got hit. Tornado touchdown. And then up north in Lamar, between Lamar and Nevada, there's a town called Sheldon, Missouri. It might be between here and Lamar, one of the ways. If you live around this area, which only one does, Brandon, seen the Jones Boots commercial. Boots, Jones Boots, Shelton, Missouri. Well, that's like hour and a half, maybe almost 2 hours from here. The tornado touched down there, but radar indicated 5 total tornado warnings. With that line of storms that moved through. Never heard of it, no. Yeah, so that was our Sunday. Severe storms. And then we had, it looked like we had rain Monday, but I don't think it ever rained. It was cloudy all day, most of the day today. I think the sun just came out about, let's see what time was that? About 2, let's say 2:30 or so, I think is when the sun came out. It was cloudy, well, maybe about 1. It was cloudy most of the morning. But I also knew that we was probably going to get these severe storms late. We usually get them between May and June. And that's usually our between April and June, sorry. That's usually when we get them. That's usually our spring. Between April, May, and June is usually spring. And then July through September is summer. But we pretty much did not have a spring this year at all, temperature-wise. April was high 80s. Which is usually mid 60s, 70s. May, June, July, August, we've been 80s, 90s. I don't think we've hit the triple digits, but we may have. We've been in the high 80s, or mid 80s to high 90s since April. Meaning we pretty much didn't even have a spring. We went from winter to summer. And like I said, we usually get our tornado season between April and June. And that I recall, we didn't have any tornadoes the months. Down here anyway. I know we got one or two up there toward Kansas City. Belton Raymore. But it's been 3 months since we've had them in southwest Missouri. And then Sunday we got 5 tornado warnings, radar indicated, within 3 to 4.5 minutes of each other. And really the tornado warnings start popping up till the storm got to the Missouri side. Basically till it got to us, we got the first warning. Southwest Newton County, but it was north of us. It was up toward 44 Joplin Petro area. Just nothing touched down, thank God, but strong 90-mile-an-hour winds plus straight line winds between mile marker 8 and 75, I believe. Damn it. Hey Deb, good to see you too. You ain't been on in a while. I tried to go on earlier this morning. I think it was about 11, 12 o'clock, somewhere in there. Can't quite remember. But no one was on, so I just got off. Give me a second, let me change the channel. 2:16 for the weather. Or for the news, anyway. No? Okay. Let me check out my end here too, on my computer. Nope, looking good on my end. Yeah, I've been seeing him, Brandon. Marbles over there in the window. Damn it. Marbles over there in the window. It's laying in the sun. Yep. She's laying with me here. He's doing good, Deb. I just got off the phone with him about probably 35 minutes ago, maybe. Still don't know what's going on. But he's eating, he's talking, well, to me anyway. He won't call Grandma and them. But he'll call me every once in a while, or I'll call him. Yes, he's still in the hospital. He he went up to last Tuesday. Well, technically went up the Monday before, but excuse me. Last Tuesday he went in for a little procedure to look at his liver. He put a scope down his throat with a camera to look at his liver, and he's fine that Tuesday evening when they came home, and Wednesday morning he's falls out. Excuse me, dang it. As far as I know, he's fine. And then, I guess about Wednesday afternoon, I started to play a game. And, I'd be, he told me to get him Tylenol. Asked why, because I had no clue. He took out a thermometer into the bathroom with him. When he went to the bathroom, I didn't know he took this with him. And I guess he's taking his temperature, and it read 104.2 or something like that. And I didn't believe him. No one believed him. So, I mean, I kind of believed him. Once took it again. So I called Mom. Why, I was on the phone with Mom. I told him to take it again. He took it again right there in front of me. Sure enough, 104.0. I said, yeah. It says 104.0, Mom. She goes, take him to the doctor. Take him up here to Mercy. Make sure you have his papers and everything from yesterday. So you can show, or so he can show what procedure he just had done. And we're gonna go out the door, getting him ready. I'm getting my shoes on and all that. And she calls me back. She goes, no, actually, you bring him over here to my house. I'll take him. Since I was up there with him, I know what they did. I know what procedures they had and all that. So you bring him over to my house, and I'll take him up there. So that's what we did. I took Aaron over to Mom's. Mom took Aaron to the doctor. I took Mom's husband, Danny, or stepdad, to his doctor's appointment. He went. I took him to get new contacts, or to get contacts for the first time. So he got taught wearing glasses. And then me and Dad was eating at a restaurant. It's an old motel, but it's now a restaurant called Ratings Mill Inn. It's a bar and grill, basically. And Mom called me, said, you pack Aaron's bag, get his computer and all that. Bring his suitcase up here. Just going to Kansas City. Well, okay. It'll be a bit because me and Dad here at Ratings Mill Inn eating dinner. He was getting hungry, I was getting hungry. We thought about eating at this new restaurant down here in Seneca. It's a Mexican restaurant, but I was like, actually, I was in the mood for mushrooms, fried mushrooms. I said, actually, I know another place right over this way. It was kind of close to it. He basically around the corner from it. I said, how about over here at Ratings Mill Inn, they have fried fried mushrooms and stuff like that. He goes, yeah, that sounds good. I'll get, and then so I had fried mushrooms and a barbecue burger. I'm just kidding. I ended up bringing the mushrooms home. Dad had fried mushrooms and fried pickles. Yeah, I did that, came home, got Aaron's suitcase packed, went back up to Joplin, took him his suitcase. I stayed with him till the ambulance got there to pick him up because Mom needed to go home. She hadn't had nothing to eat except for fries me and Dad brought her earlier on the way up to his appointment. I'm fine, Dad. Just trying to clean. My throat's been dry. But I was feeling really weird the other day. I'm not gonna try to explain it because it won't make sense. But I'm fine today. Just coughing and trying to keep my throat moist, basically. You can right there. I don't even have it going. That's my ceiling fan there in the front room. I don't even have it going. I just got my air conditioner going, but it's not even on air conditioner. It's just on air. It's not on AC, I don't think. Or it's actually supposed to be off because I had doors open the other day, but I can tell it's not off because I can see on my chair. I have a new chair right over there. If you look closely, you can see the tags blowing. because there's a vent right under it. That's how I know that my thing's not turned off. Dang it. But as precautionary at night, I've been sleeping with oxygen. Just for safety purposes, basically. I saw someone. Yeah, you probably got the same rain we got, Deb. We got ours Sunday. Like I was saying, we had severe storms Sunday. Well, Sunday evening. Yeah, I mean, that I'd expect there, Robert, Canada. We've been sitting in the low 80s, almost the 70s. D4RK Bow 465 plays. Not every day. In fact, there we go. Today it was 83 degrees today. Average 91. Average this time of year. Record in 2003 was 102 degrees. We just caught the weather there. Wow, yeah. We've been sitting in the 80s lately. I think Monday was in 70s. I think we got to the 70s at one point last week. Might have been toward the end of the week. It's been raining the past 2 weeks, except for 2 days out of each week. Last week it rained every day except for, I want to say Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. This week's supposed to rain every day except for, I think, Thursday. But, I mean, it didn't rain today. It was just cloudy. Okay, 465 plays. Have a good night or evening. No, I want to stream every day, but unfortunately, I got stuff to do around the house and stuff like that. And every once in a while, I will stream games. I don't just talk. But I didn't feel like setting everything up today. But I don't know, I might get on the game here a little bit, but not stream it, but I don't feel like setting everything up right now. Too difficult. But I got Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Tons of games for the 360. Before you go, if you're still there, yeah, most of these people have. Before you go, check out another channel if he ever gets on. Summers as in like the season summer, at an S, Gamer, Gamer, 1993. That's my brother. Check out his channel. And I don't know if he'll go live or not, but he might sometime. Right now, he's in the hospital. That's why he's not here with me. We live together. He's usually sitting right there by me. But right now he's in the hospital. We don't know why yet. But if you've been listening, I kind of explained why we think why. But other than that, have a good night. Let's see. I don't have any plans this weekend, not that I know of right now. But my mom's birthday is it's Sunday. Mom's birthday is Sunday, the 26th. This coming Thursday, the 23rd, is a concert over here at Downstream Casino. Yep. This is the concert I'm sitting there to her and Grandma. I already bought the tickets like 2 months ago. All they gotta do is go pick them up from the Hecaton gift shop over there at Downstream Casino. It's gonna be only 64 degrees tonight. Only 79 tomorrow. Mostly cloudy. That's Kansas. Yep. Yeah, football's already started in my area. They had their preseason, what we call blue or red and white game, scrimmage game. Last week, 17th. This Friday, they're going to Springfield. Yeah. And then we're home next week, so next Friday will be the first home game. Can't wait. Start going to football games again. Love doing it. When they do the pregame songs and stuff, while they're warming up and all that, doing their pregame stretches and stuff like that. It gets me back in the mood. For football, because I miss playing football. But I still get that adrenaline and focus by watching it. And I get into it too. In fact, a couple of years ago when I first got my Jim McMurray hat, I was wearing it to a game and we was losing big time to Lamar, I believe it was. It had to have been Lamar. And I was so into the game, but frustrated that we were losing. A kid asked me if I worked at McDonald's because he saw me with my Jim McMurray hat on. And me being frustrated because we were losing, I said no in a kind of sarcastic way. I was like, no. But I didn't mean to say it in that way. It's just I was so into the it put me back in my football mode watching them. What I mean by that is when I was playing, and you're standing on the sideline trying to pay attention to your position or just the game, the plays in general. You're not allowed to, turn around and say hi to the audience or whatever. Coaches always told us just to focus on the game. Watch opposition. Watch, what's going on. So if we get out there, we know what down it is and whatever. And so I try to do that even if I even though I don't play anymore. I try to pay attention to the game. I'm getting very, very involved in it now. When they're going for a touchdown, I either sit in the park in the handicap zone, or I park in a handicap spot over by the field house, and I like to sit at the end zone if there's seats there. And if they're coming toward us, our team's coming toward us, and they're on a big run without getting tackled, I get so into it. I'm like, come on, get here! Get here! We both get into it. But at the same time, but at the same time, it's emotional that I can't play anymore. I miss it. Even though I didn't play much, I miss the camaraderie of a football team. I miss everything about football except for the preseason, the 2 days and all that. But I just miss being on the sideline in uniform, the shoulder pads, the helmet, the cleats, everything. I just miss being in the uniform. And Kenny Chesney had his song back a couple of years, I want to say 3 years ago, called Boys That Fall. Talking about him missing playing football. Missing putting on the helmet, the cleats and shoulder pads. Fighting back the butterflies before a game or your first game. I never understood what he meant by that song until after I couldn't play football anymore. Anyways, the parts he said about that, like missing being a team, camaraderie of a football team, putting on the pads, fighting back the butterflies, all that. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I miss all that. I remember one time we got kicked off the football team. I think it was like sophomore year because of our old stepdad, Donnie. It was like the Wednesday, no, the Thursday before a game. Supposedly we were doing our treatments and taking our pills, according to him. So he told his coach that we can't be on the team anymore. We weren't even playing at the time. We were the only managers. And we had a good friend, his name Thaddeus Foley. He was our field goal kicker. And he's getting ready to go do a field goal for extra point. Or to get our first point on the board, I believe it was. And me and Ann called him over with the fence. We kind of stood there in the middle, there's a walk through fence that the coaches used to get to the locker room between the two stands. And we called him over and we said, make that field goal for us. He goes, why aren't you out here? Oh, stepdad kicked us off the team. Why? Supposedly we're not taking our meds and stuff like we're supposed to. And so, as we were saying that to him, that make this field goal for us and all that, me and Ann both started crying. And yeah, I have so many memories of managing and couple playing. One memory of playing I will never forget is the first time I got to actually get on the field. Of course, I had the butterflies. I mean, talk about fighting back butterflies. Whew. Not only that, but trying to put my mouthpiece in. Because it's too big for me. I didn't get it fit to my mouth and all that. I was kind of gagging on it. I got a bad gag reflex. I was trying to put my mouthpiece in. I just kept throwing up because of it. Because I gagged. Sorry to hear that, but so the ref said just put it halfway in. So or put it as far as you can without gagging. Nice ref. I've liked this ref even before I was done playing football. And once you get used to it, they're fine. But it's also fighting back the butterflies too. That I was actually getting to play in a Friday night game. Funny stories about those. But the one that still ticks me off to this day, which is something I didn't do, not something I did wrong. Well, it's something I was afraid of doing. I was a receiver blocker, which I was basically a receiver, but I wasn't getting the ball. The running back was running. And out of the corner of my eye, as I'm blocking my guy, out of the corner of my eye, I see the ball pop up. Like someone hit it out, punched it out of his hand or his arms. It seemed like forever. It seemed 5-10 minutes that no one noticed the ball was on the ground. And I didn't even notice there was the ball. I thought it was like someone's helmet flew off or something. And I happened to look over because you're blocking your guy, but you also have to watch for the play to stop so you don't get excessive blocking penalty. I happened to look over it so I can see if the play stopped or not. And I see the ball there. I'm like, oh shit, that is the ball. Well, the way I would have turned this way to go get it, the way I would have got on it, I didn't know if someone would have came in and hit me in my side just right. But it seemed like 10, 15 minutes before someone even jumped on it. And I was scared to jump on it because of where my port was at the time. Now my port is up here. Alright? I don't know if you can see it or not. It's like right there. Right there where my thumb is. The time is about right here. And so no padding there. Because the pads come over your chest here. There's no padding there except for the padding I had for the port. But still, you get hit hard enough. Doc said if we get hit hard enough there in the port, it could kill us. Because the port catheter goes to our heart. And that's the first thought that came to my mind. The angle I'm going to take to that ball and jump on it to keep the other team from getting it, someone could come around the other end and hit me in the port, trying to fight me for the ball. And it kills me to this day that I did not do that. And I went back to the sideline with my head down, because I figured someone would say something. Like coach or, another player. Why didn't you jump on? I mean, coach did ask why I didn't jump on it. Because I told him I saw it pop up on the corner of my eye. And I'm frustrated that I didn't jump on it. By the time I actually thought about it, someone had already got on it, the other team. And I told the coach, I was like, the angle I would have taken to that ball, I was afraid someone would have came in and hit my port. He goes, yeah, that's understandable. Good job anyway, and give me a fist pound. And that's Coach Hilburn. I've always liked him. I've always liked Coach Townsend, Coach Edson. I mean, they're all good coaches. It's just the one I really didn't like, but I learned to warm up to was Used. Yeah. Hello, Moose Pie. But and every time I see Coach Townsend in Kansas City, because like I said, he lives in Kansas City now. He comes up every once in a while when I call him, visit us. I'll tell him that story every time. Well, almost every time. I keep telling him, one thing I hated about playing, or wish I could have done while I was playing football, and it kills me to this day. It's a jump on that fumble. It kills me that I didn't do it. I keep telling him if I had a time machine, that's the one time I would do. Go back and actually do it. But, I mean, that's the past. It's what it was. I think we still ended up winning the game. Another story. Before I started playing, this is freshman year. No, sophomore year, early sophomore year. Because I knew I was gonna be playing junior year. During practice and stuff, I gotta wear the helmet. Hello, Smokey Bear. I'm talking about stuff that happened to me when I was playing football and before football and all that. But yeah, because I knew I was gonna be playing junior year, Coach Hilburn let me work my way up throughout the year in practices. Helping do my normal, still doing my managing job, like going get water or stuff. But knowing I was gonna play junior year, I slowly worked up to the uniforms. My sophomore year, I started with the helmet, and then I got to play. A couple weeks later, I did such a good job. I started off with the jersey. Long story short, I got to work up to a full uniform, helmet, short pads, everything. And I got to wear it during whole practice. Monday through Wednesdays. I think Thursdays I gotta do it too. And you just get the feel of the weight and all that. And that was cool. That was fun. Before that, had been freshman year. I have a friend who's now boyfriend to one of my cousins. His name's Bryce Byrne. Because our high school was getting rebuilt at the time, freshman year. Maybe it was mid sophomore year. That had been before I got my helmet. I think I got my helmet last. Coach, toward the end of practice, we was over at the elementary. Because they're doing something with our practice field wasn't ready or something. No, this is before we had to do our new practice field that we've been practicing on for years. The high school teams always practiced over at the elementary between the track and kind of behind the play equipment. And that was something I've always wanted to do, is because when I was in elementary, they did that after middle school, or after school in after school program. We'd get to go outside, play all day. Well, most of the day anyway, till it's time to come in. And me and Aaron would sit there at the fencing and watch the football players walk in, go to practice. That's something we love to do every day. And we tend to literally there's a small gate where they kind of had to, some of the bigger guys had to go through the small gating sideways. But me and Aaron loved to stand there and watch them go to practice. We give them high fives and stuff like that. And I've always wanted to do that. Be one of them players come through, watch some kids, watch me come through. And beginning of the year, sophomore year, or freshman year, excuse me, we had to do that. So we got our new practice field, which is kind of across the park. And that was interesting to do. See you, Robert. Have a good night. That was interesting to get to do that. And there were kids sitting there watching us. I gave them high fives like they gave me high fives when I was younger. I returned the favor, basically. And that was really cool. I like that. But there's one. Ooh, that's a neat truck. Sorry, I got distracted by two trucks on TV here. Neat looking. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. During one of the practices, offense versus defense practice. Anytime a defense missed a tackle on the offense, they're doing a playbook. They had to do push-ups or some kind of one of our exercises. Push-ups, jumping jacks, what we call up downs, bear crawl, something. They got to choose what we do. Well, toward the end of the practice, coach let me run the ball. Of course, I didn't have a helmet. And I didn't have pads or anything either. Just a helmet. So Bryce Byrne was the youngest kid on the team. About my age. So they figured, well, maybe his helmet would fit you. Nope. For me to see where I was going, I had the ball in my left arm. I had to hold the face mask up like this to see where I was going. I had to hold the mask up to see where I was running. And someone comes over to me and because everybody on purposely missed me because they were told to. So I didn't have any padding except for a helmet. So I just see these guys on purposely diving in front of me, every which way, crisscross. It was cool looking, but it felt like super slow motion movie. It felt like I was moving in slow motion. And then I get to the end of the fence. Basically, I couldn't go anymore because there was a fence. I turned around, lifted up the helmet again with my finger, just with my thumb pushed the face mask up so I could see. Because the helmet's down here like this on me, because it's too big. Before I could even take the helmet off to give it back to Bryce, everybody's rushing at me to pat me on the head or pat me on the back or whatever. And I can't remember who it was. Someone, I think it was Eric Esposito. Good kid. Loved him as a friend. He said, now, you gotta tell Hilby that not to make us do push-ups. That was funny. So I go over to him, and I go to Coach Rowe and said, "Hey Hilby, Eric told me to tell you don't make him do push-ups." He just laughed about it because I'm not. We told him to miss you. I turned around to Eric, I just gave him a thumbs up. It's funny. Oh shoot, I can't play a game tonight. Crap. I got a show on tonight. America's Got Talent on tonight, and it's next. So I'll sit on it for a little bit longer. America's Got Talent comes on, because it's live now. Oh yeah. Big Brother UK. I've heard of that one. I just caught up on Big Brother last night. The one, well, yeah, the two are still in there. Angela and Haley. Yeah. I don't remember why I missed Thursday nights. Maybe I was doing something. Oh, I know why I missed it. Another show I was watching. Comes on Friday and Saturday nights, but it's, I don't know if it's a one-week thing or is now coming on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. It's called Live PD on the A&E network. It's like Cops, but live. And one of them pretty close to me, Greene County in Springfield, Missouri. They had a lot of action all 3 nights. Especially Saturday night. They had 3 motorcycles running from them. The host of it is Dan Abrams. He also does another show, kind of like The Talk. Yeah, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Dadgummit, why can't I? Sheriff Lamb. It just came to me. But yeah, they show him from, let's see, Springfield, Rhode Island, Nevada, Mission, Texas, as well as El Paso, Texas, Richland County, South Carolina, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Used to be one in Arizona. I think there still is. Okay, Springfield, Mission, Texas, El Paso, Texas, Nye County, Nevada, Gwinnett County, Georgia, Warwick, Rhode Island, Yeah. Heck. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting ready to head out too. That show's getting to come on. It's called America's Got Talent. If you watch it, it's on the channels. ABC, I believe it is. It's the live shows now, so we got vote and stuff. NBC, yeah. Oh. Ooh, yep. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Nice Saturday, Sunday. More rain next week. Alright, Deb. Talk to you later.